Gentlelady is back. Chair recognizes the gentlelady from Minnesota.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I first of all, I guess, Chairwoman Foxx, you know, this obviously, you know, right now we're in the middle of increasing spending. We're doing all, you know, there's lots going. We're trying to cut it. Republicans are trying to cut it. There's been a lot of spending going on. And I'm just kind of curious, you may have said it, but what is this going to cost? I mean, what is this going to add to our debt?
Well, this piece alone is expected to cost $315.6 billion. But that's only one part of the loan scam. What they want to do, and several other programs, we believe would cost up to $1 trillion. So the American people would be on the hook for $1 trillion worth of relief to that 13% of the people who have the loans, okay? Yep. And the total right now in outstanding loans is $1.6 trillion. So it would wipe out most of it.
Okay. And there's nothing stopping people from taking out loans today. They're taking them out for summer, they're taking them out for fall semester. They're taking them out today.
I would just about bet you that when we get the information on this fall, we are going to see that loans are up because people are watching what's happening and thinking, I can borrow all I want to. And by the way, in the existing law, a counselor can't tell a student, no, you don't need to borrow all that money. They can borrow a lot of money that they don't need, and if they think somebody else is going to pay it back, some of them will do that.
So in my mind, this does absolutely nothing to address the cost of college, to address the issue of getting students that need assistance to college. This is simply just paying off loans, and what happens in 10 years? Do we do it again? Do we do another $1 trillion every? I mean, because we're going to be
right back here in 5.5 years.
5.5.
5.5 years will be right back here if the trend continues.
So I was being very generous to guess 10, and it is it confuses me why we are not talking about. I mean, if we want to help people, why are we not talking about the cost? Actually dealing with, not just having legislation that talks about the cost of college, talking about the structure of those loans. Or limiting the cost, limiting the interest, or what. There's so many things that we could be addressing that would actually address the issue instead of just spending $1 trillion and then in 5 years having to do it all again when we're not helping those students, those folks with that student loan at all. We're not helping them.
And again, 70% of the people in this country have never gone, they don't have a college degree, and 87 of them, and the others paid back their loans or paid their way or their parents paid their way. And so there's a way to do this. You know, our colleagues say all the time, oh, if we don't give this money out, people can't go. Well, there are people like I worked my way. Millions of people work their way through school every year, or they save up their money, or their parents work 2 jobs, or it takes 7 years to finish like I did. So this does not stop people from going to college. We have tremendous access and we have affordable schools. So paying off the debt is not stopping. I mean, not paying off their debt is not going to stop people from going to college.
And I would also argue that maybe people who take out their loans responsibly, and I'm generalizing a little bit, but responsibly, get a degree, get a job, and make a budget,
and most of them pay them back.
All of those people up until now who have done that, will now be paying for the 13%. I think we absolutely need to do this. This is one of the things that's it's egregious because we are just handing out dollars where we should be addressing the issue.
And there's going to be self-attestation on their income. They are not going to have to prove what their income was. There's an income limit, but it's going to be self-attestation.
It just gets better and better, doesn't it? I didn't even realize that, and so it just gets more and more ridiculous that we are just handing out money. So thank you, Chairman Foxx, and with that, I yield back.
Chair, thanks the gentlelady. Self-attestation, I guess I didn't realize that. I appreciate you bringing that to the committee's attention.